that point because I was like, okay, we're finally gonna see Majin Buu, back at his prime as a good guy, not producing any evil Boos when he gets steamed up and his when he gets pissed off. But that was a beautiful fight against the wolf from Universe 9. But literally, yeah, I think it was Basil he fought. But literally, I, then we saw next episodes where power, the tournament power, Hercule Satan is after hearing the terms and conditions of what happens if they lose, and we got so hyped up. I felt so hyped up to see this new Boo, who I'll just say his nickname is Super Boo version 2 at this point. I was expecting some really good hype from him. And I thought I was going to put him in my top 3. I didn't think at the start of the fight. I thought he was going to be top 3. But now this little disappointment thing of the new episode, like I can't wait to see the new episode. Don't get me wrong, and we're going to talk about another topic about the preview. But to me, I felt like this was bad. I just can't believe how much Boo is getting the shaft in Super. I really do. It's like his best moment was the expedition match, period. As Fat Boo, and that's it. And that's it. We're moving on. That's it. And it's like, well, wait a minute. You give us all this content with Boo. We're seeing Boo's potential. I thought we were going to use it, and guess what? Now it seems like he's sidelined. So to me, I feel like this was the worst thing they could have done. One of the worst things they could have done in this arc. It's very disappointing. I'm not upset about it. I'm just very disappointed because I expected to see a lot of good in this tournament. And before we learned about these previews, again, more spoilers up ahead for those that don't want to tune in. Literally, we were predicting what would he do in the tournament, for crying out loud, like over a month ago. And we're like, well, maybe he'll absorb a fighter, or maybe he'll absorb our own fighters and become Super Saiyan God Majin Buu. I don't know. Like, we were predicting so many crazy things potential-wise, and it's a shame that he's going to get sidelined. So, Sylar, let's hear it from you. Your thoughts on Boo getting sidelined. First of all, what do you think about this move in the story arc, this power arc, and what do you think about Boo being sidelined? What do you think about the thoughts about this topic? Let's go ahead and hear you out on this one.
2 words.
Go ahead.
Plot convenience.
Plot convenience. Plot convenience.
That's all I think it is. Like, I think it's just like it's kind of like the whole fusion rehash thing, in terms of like they've put him asleep because they've got another fighter. They can change the story, and the sleep thing's just an excuse. That's all it is. Like, and I noticed somebody said it in chat because I thought about this earlier. The next episode, 91, Vegeta's going in the hyperbolic time chamber, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, you can have 2 people in the hyperbolic time chamber at once.
Right.
Right? Why don't Vegeta just drag Boo's carcass into the hyperbolic time chamber and let him sleep in there for 4 hours? That's 2 months.
That would be the best thing ever.
And
That's actually a clever move, yeah.
But then once Boo wakes up, Vegeta trains with Boo, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, imagine a Boo that trained with an SSB. Right?
That would be sick.
But, and somebody did mention it in chat earlier, but so I'm not going to take, like, full credit for that, because it did remind me, and I thought about it the other day, but...
What's that?
It just kind of... It's stupid, and there's nothing else I can say about it. Like, they've obviously basically at the last minute just thought to themselves, let's change the story, let's change where this is going. Let's put, we've got somebody else, and they've gone, shit, we need to write somebody out. They've gone with Boo, and they've done it that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not saying it's anything other than just a storyboard change. I think the 2-month thing. Yeah, I think the 2-month thing is literally just like I said, a plot convenience. I think it's just an excuse, like that they've just banged in. That's all I think it is. And as far as like who the next fighter is, I mean, it could be somebody we know. It could be somebody from the past. It could be somebody that Whis knows. Or it could even be dog shitty Manaka, for all we know. Right?
Right.
It could be Beerus's master grand plan once again to have Manaka push Goku and Vegeta to go further. And I mean, I hate that idea, so it pains me to say that, but I just, I just think that they've kind of dropped a bollock, taking Boo out. Like that's my opinion on it. I think they've really dropped a bollock, and
Yeah.
quite rightly, as you say, I for one was extremely looking forward to seeing what Boo can do.
Exactly, me too. And we're gonna continue with sort of the topic, but we're gonna talk about the episode preview. So in the episode preview, like I said, we were talking about Boo because when you see the preview, you're hearing Goku talk about at the end something's wrong with Boo, and looks like it doesn't seem like he's gonna be able to participate. But in the other hand, you're seeing clips of the fighters sitting down, Beerus seems very, I don't know. We were talking about Guatsu earlier in one of our topics. What in the scene where they're all sitting down, and it seems like to me they're trying to figure out what to do with this boost situation. What do you think is going on to the mind of? This is probably a stupid question, but what do you think is going on in the mind of Beerus with this situation going on? Like, you think he's super panicking now, even more than what we saw in previous episodes? When he didn't want Goku to open his big fat mouth to Zeno about this tournament idea. Period. Do you think he's freaking out more? I know in the last couple episodes, all he's been doing is chilling and staying back and said, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy what I have left and just eat all this delicious food and just just take a vacation and just hope for the best. What do you think is going on in the mind of Barris right now? First of all, when you see that scene of him just doing like kind of like he's doing like the statue, the thinker kind of, not like that pose, but he's like he's got a lot on his mind. What do you think is going on in his mind in this preview episode?
I don't think he gives a shit.
I don't think he gives. I don't think he gives crap either. I
Uh,
think he
I
knows
don't
like
think he gives
whatever
a shit.
happens, happens. So.
I just think he's got a backup plan, and I think he's had a backup plan all along.
And what?
Like,
Okay, let's discuss that. What do you think his backup plan is in this tournament power? What do you think his backup plan is for?
the same. I think it's his backup plan's the same as every single other God of Destruction's backup plan,
And what is
right?
that?
Like the gods of destruction, right?
Uh huh.
It's in their nature to destroy. Like, and they always said, and this goes back to the Battle of Gods movie.
Okay.
If two gods of destruction were to ever clash, and I know Beerus and Champa did clash a little bit, but if
In that
they said in
baseball
Battle of
episode,
Gods,
yeah.
yeah, they said in Battle of Gods, if two gods of destruction were to go toe to toe in a full on serious battle,
Yeah.
like the universe themselves would break apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if their universes lose, they're gods of destruction. They're not gonna go. You know what? We're all good. I'll happily take. They're gonna get pissed, and
Mm-hmm.
their backup plan is all gonna be the same. They're gonna go. If our fighters fail, then I'll deal with it myself.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
it's down to
Exactly.
the angel, because I think then it'll be down to the angels to swap every one of them on the back of the head, because they're put them all to sleep.
Oh
But
yeah.
I don't know. Like I think Beerus has a backup plan. I don't know what it is, but I just think I just don't think Beerus is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think Beerus is
Obviously not.
incredibly intelligent.
He's a skilled fighter himself, just as the
Uh-huh.
Lord, the God of Destruction. We know how powerful he is, but it just seems to me like Goku is so strong now that he could probably beat Beerus in his maximum potential level, as in like a Kaioken times 10. Hell, he may not even have to go times 10. He could just probably go Kaioken blue and have a hell of a good fight. But nonetheless, we know Barris did not want this tournament to happen to begin with. We didn't know that Zeno. Well, we're predicting like in the last couple, what was it, live streams that I did a couple weeks ago. We were discussing that the Grand Priest may be the actual villain this whole entire time. We just don't know it. We're not going to talk about that. We'll maybe talk about that on the next podcast next week. But
Yeah.
we're going to stay on topic, and we're going to talk about one other thing about the episode preview.
Uh-huh.
And that is the girl. Who the heck
fucking girl.
is that? Is the green skinned girl? It was a green skinned girl. Who the heck was a green skinned girl? Like, what universe is she from? What part? What kind of part is she gonna play? Is she from like another universe that's participating in this Tournament of Power? I'm assuming yeah. So I'm gonna predict yeah. She's from
Or
a different universe. I don't think she has anything to do with 10. I don't think she has anything to do with 6. Definitely has nothing to do with 7. We
I,
don't know anything about this girl. So I'm thinking she's probably gonna be part. I think she's either gonna be part of the Tournament of Power from one of the other 5 universes, which I'm sure we're going to discover where her origins is on next week's episode, or just some random person. I have no idea. What do you think about this?
uh, I'm gonna go bold prediction.
Okay, here's the bold prediction of this podcast. What do you think?
I'm gonna go 10th Universe 7 fighter.
Really?
Yeah, I just
Wow.
seem like I'm not saying it is. Like I said, the thing with these predictions that people need to remember, because people do this all the time,
Right.
and like you have to be a massive ballsack to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like people do this all the time. They'll go 3 or 4 weeks from now. They'll look back and they'll go, "Oh, do you remember when you said this, Sylar? Ha, ha, ha. Or do you remember when you said this, Zalf? Ha, ha." That's the thing with predictions. We're not saying we're right or wrong. We're just saying that this is what we think it could be,
Yeah.
or this is what like. I like making bold predictions, and it just seems like really convenient how like, oh look, Boo's out the team, but here's a random girl we've never seen before, with like absolutely no fucking reference to any other universe. And the fighters didn't have to come from Earth. I mean, I know they are, but they didn't have to. There's plenty of other planets in Universe 7, so like I'm just saying that I maybe it is just a fighter that Beerus has found on his own, or whatever, maybe.
Right. Is that well? Hey, that's actually a really good prediction. I mean, if that actually turned out that this whole entire time they did not use Frieza or whoever else, and it turns out to be this mysterious girl that we don't know about, that would be one for the ages because we never seen that
Uh-huh.
coming. We never seen that coming. So there's our topics for this podcast for the week. You guys on Twitch here, twitch.tv/selfgamer. If you guys have any comments or any questions for us, hit us up now. We'll go ahead and read your guys' comments. We've already been reading some of your guys' comments. They've been really good about predictions and what you guys think is going to happen in the next few episodes and what you guys thought about this episode. I'm just gonna end it by before we go to your guys' questions. I'm gonna say this. So I'm gonna rate the newest episode because I know you said you weren't gonna rate it yet. I'm gonna rate this episode at least a 9. This was by far one of the best episodes I've ever seen for this arc. I would definitely put this episode in my top 10 of all time super episodes for sure. I don't think it'll ever get trumped because this was a beautiful episode to see a 2-on-2, a 1-on-1 father versus son, max potential from both of them going all out, and just the ending to that episode, start to finish. I for sure a solid 9 for me. So if you guys got any questions for Sylar and I, let's have you guys hit it up on
I
the
would
chat board here. What do you get? What do you? Oh, you
I
have
would give it a solid 9.
you're
No,
gonna get
I'd give it a solid 9.
Give it a
Yeah,
solid 9
easy.
as well. Yeah, solid
Yeah,
9
good
for
solid
sure. If you
9.
guys want to also rate it in chat, we'll read you guys' comments as well. Let us know what you rate this episode. Do you think this episode was the best episode ever? Do you guys think it was like a top 10, or you think it could have even been better? We'd like to hear what you guys' opinions are. So, absolutely. Let's
I mean, the
see
first
here.
question I noticed straight away.
Is it gonna rain today?
Uh,
No, not at all.
yeah. First,
we
well,
in all honesty, let me just say this. I know this is off topic. Just to answer that, literally, where I'm living we have the biggest drought right now. We need some rain. I'm being serious. We are on one of the worst droughts in the last 5-10 years here where I live. So, what were you gonna say? What question got off here that you saw off of the list here?
Skellahans.
Skelhans. Do you
Yep,
actually like Frieza in Tournament of Power or not? Was that the question?
yep.
So, what do you feel about Frieza being in the Tournament of Power? Do you like it or not?
No,
No.
No, it's
And
bullshit.
basically I know why he's saying no is because of discussing the Frieza topic
Hmm.
and his bold predictions of who he thinks the 10th fighter will be. So that was a good question. I mean, it's a simple question. Any other questions? Let us know in the comments. We definitely want to hear, or even let us know what you felt about the episode. Skelhans is also saying that he gives the episode about an 8 out of 10. That's not bad. So, UU8918, shout out to you, sir. Top 3 in Dragon Ball Super at least. I definitely respect that comment. I for sure would put it in the top 10. Top 3 or 4 for me. I would say yeah, probably. It's up for debate. It's up for debate. No rain for you. I'm sorry to hear that. Uh, Scrooge McDuck says do the do your first form cell impersonation from your video you did, guys. If you've not checked out, I'm gonna say a shout out to Sylar himself. If you've not checked out his YouTube channel, go check out his YouTube channel. He's been doing Pokemon Sun and Moon content with his shiny hunting and farming and all that. But he also did a video, a fan made video. Basically, it took him a lot of time to do. It was the scene from Trunks, Future Trunks, and Imperfect Cell, where it's to the point where Trunks beat the androids coming back home, and then you see him appear. Go ahead and say the one quote you did in the video. That was so funny.
I think you're full of shit, boy.
And of course, my favorite part of that clip you did was where Cell's like, I'm going to absorb every last one of them, and then of course, I'm not gonna do the sucking noise. Can you do the slurping noise for us? There it is. I love that sound. That's so sick. Rykid, shout out to Rykid. He says this episode was number 1. Okay, I mean, hey, that's your opinion. Number 1 of the arc, or number 1 in the entire Super Series? That's the big debate. Big question: is school important? Hooked on phonics can work for everybody. How about that? No, seriously, yes, school is important. Obviously, if you didn't have school, I don't think you could even be able to spell and talk. How about that? Yes, school is definitely important for sure. Why didn't they bring back Cell and give him Resurrection C Golden Cell? That's a good question. I mean, first of all, we don't know. But go ahead, Sylar. Or you go ahead and answer this one, and I'll follow through on it.
All the no.
All the no. So basically, you're just saying. Just saying.
I'm saying things should be left alone.
It should be left alone. I agree. Yeah. I think it should be left alone too. And I don't want to hear about a Golden Cell. Oh my god! If Toriyama thought about doing Golden Cell, then he really did not put a lot of thought going into Super in the future, because then that's like a, how should I say it, like a double standard. I don't like the double standard. Hey, Ancient Lightning, thank you for the 1,000 cheers, man. Kudos, buddy. Thank you for liking the content. Appreciate the 1,000 bits, man.
Like I said, he's got an entire fucking universe to play with, like several Why does he need to bring back like rehash villains all the time? That's what annoys. That's why I don't want to see Frieza included in the Tournament of Power. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's just no need for it. It's piss poor.
Yeah.
And it's lazy fucking script writing to rehash. Like, they've rehashed Frieza so many times now. It's got to the point where, like, I sit there and Frieza comes on screen and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, if I want it. And don't forget as well, not only have they rehashed Frieza more times than fucking Krillin, right? Like, Frieza had the longest on-air screen time battle as well. So, like, you took the longest fucking saga in the entire Dragon Ball fucking franchise, which lasted a total of 5 minutes over the course of fucking hundreds of episodes, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody in like Akira Toriyama's office went in and went, "Yo, bro," because I assume that's how they talk to each other in that room. He's like, "Yo, bro, I think we should bring Frieza back." And Akira Toriyama's all like, "Yeah, we should." And then somebody else peeps their hand on, "What if we make him look like a giant golden dildo?" And then Akira Toriyama went, "Yes, I'm all for that. Let's do that." And then somebody else came in and went, "Yeah, but didn't we make him like Mecha before?" And then Akira Toriyama went, "Don't worry about that. We'll just write that out because we can do that because it's my universe and fuck the fans." So like,
Absolutely.
they did all that
Yeah.
and they rehashed it, and that's fine.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden we've fast forwarded like what, one arc?
One arc.
We've got
Yep.
one arc into the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which even by Trunks' standards isn't even that far, right? We've gone like
Yeah,
we've
time
gone one
travel.
arc into the fucking future,
Yeah.
and somebody else knocked on Akira Toriyama's door and went, "Come in." Anyway, I've got a really good idea. Let's hear it, Mr. Dragon Ball worker. What do you suggest? Okay, bear with me a sec. What if, yeah? What if, go on, we bring back Frieza again? I love it. You know what I mean? Like that's literally like that's literally how like it goes all the
Mm-hmm.
time. Like as long as somebody can walk into Akira Toriyama's office and go, "Let's bring back Frieza," you've got a job. You've got a permanent job, and yeah, at Toei and Funimation. As
Yeah.
long as you're physically able to walk into an office and go, "I think we should bring back Frieza." It's ridiculous. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see, and that's the only thing I have against Frieza and his character. Like, I just don't like that. I don't like it being rehashed, and that's why. And I love Cell. Cell's one of my favorite villains of all time. He was my favorite villain of all time until
Mm-hmm.
Zamasu came along.
Right.
But like, he was my favorite villain for 20 years, and like, if they brought back my favorite villain and gave him, and if they even remotely turned around and went, yeah, Cell's got Frieza's cell, so he can obviously achieve Golden Cell. Yeah, we should do that. I would like get a plane ticket and personally go and punch Akira Toriyama in the
Just
face.
Hakai him. Just Hakai him. I
Yeah,
mean,
like that's
yeah.
just because that is just bone idle, like lazy writing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It,
While you're
it
at
is.
it,
I
why don't you?
agree.
Yeah, why don't you bring back Golden Chilled, right? Oh, let's fucking get Golden Cooler all up in there. You know
Well,
what I
no,
mean? Let's start
actually,
jizzing on non-canon movies.
and actually, maybe when we see the mirror image of Frieza's alter ego from Universe 6, which is Frost, maybe we could have seen the golden form for, even though we don't, that's not going to happen.
Oh,
I don't predict that happening, but I feel like something new will happen. But I agree with you. I think they didn't think this one through. That's why I said
no,
earlier,
didn't.
I don't think this arc is, like, I question this arc even though I'm enjoying it. I just still question some of the decisions and
Oh yeah,
some of the
definitely.
curveballs. We've been given some curveballs in this arc. We really have. There's been a lot of curveballs.
Yeah.
So, but let me just
I mean,
say
what?
this. Let me just say
Go
this.
on.
We wanna go through the comments real quick. So let's go ahead and finish up your final thoughts on that question, and then we're gonna move on. Finish up these comments, questions, and then we'll call it here. So go ahead, finish up on the
Yep.
Frieza.
No, just saying, dude. Well, it's not the previous thing. Like the whole thing with Cell, like in terms of lazy script writing, and I can see them doing
And the
this
cell
as
thing,
well.
yeah.
Why don't they start fucking? They've got an entire universe to play with, but I can honestly see them going down the route of like fucking Mecha Giro, like fucking Doctor Giro's android built love child in a
Oh my
lab.
god.
You know what I mean? Who
That'd
was
be the
like,
craziest
who?
idea ever.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the shit they kind of keep going with all the time. Like, oh look, we're not tired of seeing androids. Just bring back more.
Well, see, and on the last episode, I was predicting that mysterious woman that wants to train in Tien's dojo, I thought was like either a family member of Merciless Tao,
Mm-hmm.
or something to do with the Crane School. And I predicted right. It had something to do with the Crane School because she was trying to be one of the students there, or was one of the students, and of course Tien, back when they did the flashback with him and Shiatsu walking away from the Crane School, she was not allowed to be taught by Tien. Tien just said, whatever. So, but anyway, we're gonna stop there. Let's continue reading some of the comments here, and yes, Golden Cell. Ugh, I couldn't see that happening. I rate
No.
the new. Excuse me, Snack Shop. Shout out Snack Shop. His comment is, I rate the newest episode 8.5 out of 10. It would have been better if Piccolo and Tien got more action. Tien got bodied every 30 seconds, and Piccolo was charging attack the entire fight. Tien wanted to give up after one punch from Gohan. Well, the thing though, it wasn't that he gave up. It was that Goku said, I'll take over and step in. I think Tien could have continued the fight. I think he would have, but he was badly damaged at that point when he took the shot from Gohan. And as for Piccolo, no, I'm serious. I think like he took it like a man, and he was fine. but I know he was down, but he got up. He got up after that shit. But I was just gonna say,
Uh-huh.
Piccolo. I agree with the Piccolo thing because he took forever. He's just standing there, and that was the strategy in this 2v2 scenario. And both you and I agree, Sylar. If he did that technique, he's a goner. There's no way that technique's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
work in the tournament. But anyway,
No.
we're gonna continue reading the comments because we want to get through everybody's comments. We got a long line of comments. Let's see here. Everybody's loving your slurping of imperfect cell. Let's see here. 7 out of 10 from Fire Alex Max. Awesome. What else? We got Platinum Cell, Platinum Perfect Cell, Golden Cell, Golden Yamcha, Golden Kid Buu, Diamond Cell. You guys are crazy with these comments. I love it. It's not gonna happen. I'm predicting Cell will. Okay, actually, there's a question. Will Cell even ever be remotely like we saw? He did come back technically in Super, but as a flashback thought because Goku transported the villain with Android 17, the space pirate villain from stealing all the animals to King Kai's planet, and we thought that was the nostalgia moment of Cell. So yeah, technically he was back in Super just for that little brief nostalgia moment. But I don't think he's gonna actually come back. Period.
I hope not.
I don't think so. All right, let's move on. Plastic Cell, H2O Cell, Aluminum Cell, O2 Cell. You guys are crazy.
I think it's just different forms of Cell now.
I think I think we got the fans in here in my channel. They want to see Cell, so I think we're hearing it. I know they're all poking fun with Cell.
No, dude, I would love to see Cell like again, but not in Super. I don't want to see him in Super because they'll just give him some dog shit backstory of like he took a shit in hell and ripped a void in HFIL, and that's how he slipped through the fucking barrier and ended up back on Earth. Then just give him some turd balloon backstory like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that's
absolutely.
what they do.
Absolutely.
I don't want to see that shit.
Oh my god. Oh, and Omega says I'm in love with Urine. She's kawaii. Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this. These women are just popping out of nowhere, like these last couple episodes, and now the new episode. Like I know we didn't get anything out of the new episode this week with women, but next week, the mysterious green-skinned alien-ish woman. I mean, what role is she gonna play? If you didn't hear it from joining us earlier, Sylar predicted, bold prediction, she is the 10th fighter for Universe 7. And that is a big, bold prediction. So we'll find out next week what her role is and what this episode is about. And I think some of the topics we'll talk about the Grand Priest. I think that needs to be a discussion again. Seeing that he's the one that's helping out with the construction of the arena or the battlefield, whatever you want to call it. So we'll talk about that. We may talk about a topic next week about the women in general, as in like cauliflower and Kali or Kale and the new woman. And we'll talk about 18. I'm sure we'll talk about all these fighters and all these mysterious women that are popping up because I feel like it's Dragon Ball Super 2017 women power. I feel it. I feel like women are stepping up again in this series, and I love it. I really do. And of course, the guys love it too for other reasons. But yeah, let's see here. What other? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, dude. I think we're just coming to the hour and a half mark, so I think that's pretty decent, reasonable length. Like, I mean, if you guys love the podcast, then let us know because
Absolutely.
we've agreed. Is it a weekly thing?
I think we'll do it. I think we'll do it once a week. So this is like episode 1 of for us, and I like the idea of passing it back and forth. I think what I'll do is every podcast we do, I'll have it uploaded on YouTube probably the next day. I would say like every Tuesday. I think I can get it out every Tuesday.
I'd say Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'd say Wednesday just to give a day's grace.
Because obviously I'm gonna need to edit out since we've been doing it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna keep doing this live on Twitch, and we want to hear you guys. Hear your guys' comments. So it's gonna be 10 a.m. Monday. That's 10 a.m. Eastern Eastern, was it daylight times, standard time, whatever they call it here, East Coast,
Yep.
basically East Coast time in the U.S. Um, every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Come join Sylar and I, whether it's on my channel or his channel. Shoot, maybe we'll multi-Twitch it together. I don't know what he wants to do. We're gonna talk more in my Discord channel and discuss how we go from here. But other than that, expect, if you guys missed out on this this podcast, don't fret. We're gonna put it up on YouTube. Days will either be Tuesday or Wednesday, but I think I'll go Wednesday because I need the time to edit it.
Same.
Yeah, same with his. And final thoughts. I would say this, final thoughts, because everybody's loving the sell right now. Oh my God, did we get everybody in chat? If you guys were watching the chat right now, sell, sell for days. But I don't think it's gonna happen. So final thoughts about this week's episode. I know you already rated a solid 9, but anything you want to add real quick before we end it here?
No.
No, nothing else. I'm just gonna say once again, it was a phenomenal episode. Definitely rating it a 9. I can't wait to watch next week's episode. Can't wait to do another podcast with you. So again, shout outs to Sylar08 for coming up with the idea of having the podcast. This was his idea. I went ahead with it. I love expressing my opinions of episodes, and I think we'll do this as a weekly thing. And if it gets even more popular, maybe we'll do every so often a couple of these discussing about other Dragon Ball topics and ideas, including Dokkan Battle, video games, all that kind of stuff. We'll see how that goes, but let's stay on point.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, this podcast basically, like, that I spoke to Zalf about, and just give you guys a heads up. This is a pilot episode. If this episode burned and crashed, we wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Right.
Like, but I mean, we've kept a consistent, steady pace in chat and everything. You guys have all stuck with it and everything. I hope you've enjoyed it.
I hope you guys did.
But it benefits.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, it benefits both me and you, and you know what we're like with opinions. And the best thing about our opinions is we fucking love you guys' opinions as well. Like, when you guys have even commented things like, Sylar made a boo boo. Of course I do. Sometimes I make boo boos. Right? I'm not fucking Akira Toriyama. Can't remember everything that I create.
Zalf didn't mention about Tien trying to do the tri-beam against Piccolo. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend anybody. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect. Sell Zalf either. Okay. I'm imperfect. Sell Zalf. Okay. I'm not perfect.
If you guys did enjoy it,
that's the point of live podcasting here on this channel.
Just let us know. Like we'd love feedback on it, because we will include things like Dokkan Battle, team building tips. It's just like, we can only build on the feedback. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I want to hear from you guys. Hopefully, by the time this comes up on YouTube, you guys can even leave some questions that may have not gotten to, or for people that didn't even see this live feed. They can ask some questions about what they or answer some of their comments on my chat there on the channel, what they wanted to say about this episode, or questions about this episode, or anything in general with Dragon Ball, period, including up to Super. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. And as always, for Sylar, Mr. Sylar08, the real Sylar08 here, this is Zalf Gamer. This is Zalf Gamer, wishing you guys, good luck in what you're doing on Dokkan Battle, first of all, because this has been a Dokkan Battle channel. But you guys, we love hearing your opinions. We'd like to see you guys next week here, and let us know how you feel about anything else that's on your mind, including the newest episodes. So, all right, Sylar, thank you again, man. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna play some more games. I think we're gonna play Heroes of the Storm pretty quickly here. I'm gonna go ahead and set up now, guys. What did you think of Sylar's overlay? This was his overlay, and I absolutely love it. So we'd love to hear from you guys as well on the overlay, because he gets total credit for that, where credit deserves. And also a big shout out to that big freak out there, Omega Hacks. If you guys didn't know, he does services for leveling up and farming your guys' game stuff. So if you want to hit him up, Omega Hacks, he is in the channel. I'm pretty sure he's still listening. Hit him up for his rates. He does have, I believe, a site now to show off the rates. If not, I'll be spreading the word. So this podcast has been brought to you by Omega Hacks' services with One Piece and Dokkan Battle. So hit him up for rates and see where you go from there, guys. If you guys need help, he is the man to go help you. What's up, JT? And by the way, I saw Caro's comment earlier, and I want to say, yes, I think the live podcast went well. I think the podcast went well. With everybody going back, because here's the thing. Like, the last couple of weeks, people were out of school for a week. Whether it was about spring break or not, people were out. And to have 30-plus people in for this podcast, pretty much halfway in, I love it for a morning, and I can't wait for the summer, because summer, everybody's going to be out. People want to listen to this. But most importantly, you guys get to see the highlight reel on YouTube. It's going to be probably an hour and a half. I think an hour and a half was pretty good. If we go to 2 hours, I think that's long enough. Or even shorten it back to an hour. I don't mind that. We can go rapid fire. But I think we had a good podcast. Let me know what you guys feel in the comments, other than saying Sal, because you guys are so obsessed with Sal. I see so many Sal memes just in chat alone. I don't even need pictures to describe your guys' love for Sal, because everybody loves Sal, including Sylar's first form Sal sound. So it's all good.
By Cell's milkshakes.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is slap.
Hell yeah, guys. Ultimate.
But thank you, guys.
Hell yeah. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and go up back to the streaming channel. You going to stick around, or you got to take out, bud?
Yeah, no, I'll come back in, dude. I'll end this recording, and I'll say bye. In terms of,
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you guys for watching. And I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and I hope you enjoy I hope you look forward, to more. So
absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man. And as always, we'll see you here and there every week, but most importantly, we'll see you next Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Definitely will, bro.
All right, brother. I'll give you a fist pump to the camera. All right? And
Sweet.
We'll see you next time, bud. I'm going to move up to the channel. Have a good one, buddy.
Sweet. You too.
All right.
Ancient! Zalf!
Shit, boy.
Everybody!
What's up, Zalf?
Don't
talk shit about
all
him.
these Sal comments in channel. Sal. How about, can we get some buys in the comments, huh? How about
Emerald Cell.
perfect buy? Not perfect sell. Let's go for hashtag perfect buy. I'm ready for the perfect buy. Nothing out of a delight.
Hashtag perfect darkness.
Buy sell.
Silver
Everybody's
Cell.
saying bye to Sylar. That's their way of saying bye to him. But other than that, guys, I hope you like the podcast. We've decided we're going to do this once a week. I think it's fun.
Zalf.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I didn't even realize you were doing a podcast, man.
Oh, no. What we're doing? Well, see, that's why we did the overlay and my new overlay. For
Yeah,
it.
no, I popped in and I popped this hanging up. I seen that it was in the podcast. I was like, fuck, I was just grab everybody in the other chats and drag them into this one. Wait for you to be finished.
Lols, yeah, I know, right? But no, I thought it was a great podcast. I really did. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. Even if you didn't get to see the whole thing, I'll have it posted and edited by Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm thinking Wednesday is going to be the most appropriate day.
So what do you think of the new rebirths, Zalf?
Which ones were those?
And Tech, Android 13.
Oh, I didn't know they had a rebirth. That's new to me. I didn't know.
And Thingy gets he now lowers defense. Well, he still did lower defense. He now he gets a 40% attack up.
Right.
No, 50% attack up, and the Tech one gets a 70% attack up.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what his passive is.
Very nice.
Hey guys, on the LR Piccolo, which hidden potential skill do I need to go up on?
Dodge.
Dodge. Why didn't
Dodge
you?
and
So
you what?
evasion.
Dodge.
The thing is it's worse when you're sat there and you're having a giggle and all of your thingies. The one fight I still hate to this day, Zalf, is that fucking Janemba fight.
You know, I'm gonna have to do that fight multiple times if I ever get that card, because the thing is, I literally did the fight one
because it's worse
time.
when LR Gohan's Max Key Super gets dodged and he comes in with his second
it's
attack
bad.
and that gets dodged.
literally when I did the fight one time, and it was I say the word very successful. I literally was yawning because everybody was taunting me in chat, being like, telling me, "Oh, Zalf, you're gonna get wrecked. You're gonna get so triggered by the dodges." And surprisingly enough, when I took my team in with my AGL team with SSJ4 Double Vegeta, I was like, he hardly fucking dodged at me, even on the final form. I was like, you guys, I thought this was supposed to be hard.
It's not the SDR stage that dodges the most, it's the int stage. Now, if
I did say the end, but I did say the end stage, and the thing was, I literally lulled at the end. I was like, I must have got super lucky, because when I do the event again, I'm probably then gonna get the trigger and the trigger mode in my look and be like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? How do you dodge that?
Harry's put in yourself. Harry's put in what the when key is 8 or more attack up something. He must have been reading that. I think yeah.
Yeah. But it's like it was nuking futs for me. Like as in it didn't really hurt me at all. It did not really hurt me at all, and I was happy with the fight. But I'll have to go in again and really test.
The thing is the fucking fight itself was annoying. It's just
no, it is. I heard from a lot of people, including yourself, that the fight was ridiculously annoying. But I think I just got super lucky. Like literally, here's the funny thing. I believe when I did the fight, none of my counters got dodged. That's the funny thing. Like literally, people were telling me they brought Vegetas in for that fight, and they said even when he counters, he gets dodged too. And I didn't have that happen once. I don't think I ever had his counter get dodged once in that fight. So
the thing is out of all of them, I would have been more pissed if they'd done that effect to Gogeta.
Right.
Yeah.
I think if they did the dodge with him, that would have been more fun. I think that would have been really good to do because he would be more challenging with dodge. Janemba, on the other hand, he's still challenging.
The thing is, he's not.
But
yeah, out of the two new fights, the only fucking fight what was challenging was Janemba. Gogeta, I could one shot.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, imagine if Gogeta had dodge. That's a game changer.
I'd cry because he dodged Cooler. I wouldn't care about anybody else. If he dodged Cooler, I would have cried right then and there. Like,
yeah.
No, why did he dodge Cooler?
Exactly. By the way, is who am I missing in channel that I wanted to talk to? Is Scrooge here?
Yeah, buddy, what's up?
All right.
What'd I do?
We'll be playing.
What did I do wrong?
I don't know. You tell
Everything.
me. Was there something wrong? You want to
Zalf.
confess your sins?
Yeah. Did you pull the human skin off that girl last night and real Psyduck again?
Okay, so shut the fuck up. Number one. That's number one, and I'm joking. And number two, no, that's first of all, she's my ex. She's one of my exes, but she's a friend. We had fun. Actually, I felt like she gave me luck this morning when we were doing the Pokemon Go. Nero, shut the fuck up.
Did you rebond with her?
She gave me very good luck.
Gave you very good luck, huh?
Did she rub your legs?
Hold on a second. Hold on.
I think Nero did that laugh, literally.
What did Dragon Blade say? Why your hand's sticky?
Oh, yeah, that comment on my device even made me laugh I wanted to laugh so loud, and literally she freaked out on that comment. She was pissed.
Zalf.
Yeah.
Tell her next time she doesn't need to go so sticky for you, buddy.
And tell her from me.
Oh god. Oh Jesus.
So, what's up, Sylar, buddy?
Yeah, I'm just letting you know I'm heading out, guys. So thank you for today. And honestly, I've got loads of stuff to do and whatnot. So.
But Sylar.
I'm sorry, guys. Literally, the podcast. The podcast lasted a lot longer than I thought it was gonna do, and on top of that, I was supposed to be streaming at 7 tonight, but I've cancelled it now because I've just got too much to do.
And this is why I mentioned to you, maybe we will go back to maybe shorten the stream or maybe
we'll work it out.
I don't know. We're gonna figure something out. I don't mind even doing it at 9. To tell you the truth, we could do it 1 hour earlier.
Yeah, we'll work
I
it
didn't
out, dude.
want
I
that-
mean,
I
like I say,
didn't-
guys, thanks.
Well, I was gonna say I didn't want that to affect your stream. I didn't know you were streaming at this time.
No, I was going to do it at 7 o'clock tonight, but I don't think what I've got to do. Well, I don't think what I'm going to do will enable me to do that. So it doesn't
Right.
matter. It's not a big deal anyway. It's not. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, but yeah, thank you guys as
So,
well. Anyway, so
Sylar,
take it